Welcome to the Mountain Magnolia Show, where your host, Mary Noble Braden, will introduce you to Swannanoa Valley's most interesting and most iconic individuals.
Let's give 'em something to talk about.
Hello, all you beautiful people out there. This is Mary Noble Braden at the Mountain Magnolia Show. I hope everyone is having a wonderful week. Oh, how beautiful it is with the flowering trees. We just got a little cold weather, and I'm going to miss the cold weather this season, I have to say. Anyway, I just want to thank everyone for listening to my show here at the Mountain Magnolia Show. And this is where we reveal the heart and soul of our community here. And what a beautiful community we do have. So thankful for that. And before we start our show, we like to start with a quote every week. And this week, the quote is about community. The greatness of a community is most accurately measured by the compassion of its members. Coretta Scott King. All right. Well, on that note, guys, we have a amazing guest here. I am so happy to introduce you guys to Cheryl Hyde. Cheryl, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
We have so much to talk about this beautiful community, and I know we're going to reveal the heart and soul of our community today by just getting to know you. So thank you so much.
Sure.
Well, all right. Well, one of the first questions that I ask our guests is, how did you get to Western North Carolina, Black Mountain?
I like to say I grew up here because I don't believe you grow up Monday through Friday in school. And I spent every weekend here growing up in Montreat. We would come up. My dad inherited his mother's house when she passed away in 1969, and they had owned it for years and years before that. He spent his summers here every year. And then I came up every weekend with the family, and we worked on the house, and I could tell you where the creek was, I could tell you where Lookout Mountain was, and where the house was. And that's really all I knew, because that's all a kid needs to know. And I really feel like I grew up in the woods and on the creek and climbing that mountain.
Oh, that's great.
But my parents moved here 27 years ago after Dad retired in Georgia. And I followed them 26 years later. I moved here last year. So last January, permanently full-time.
Well, we haven't told the audience what your new position is here. But, guys, Cheryl is the director of the Black Mountain Swannanoa Chamber, and we are so happy that you're here. I know it's a big job, and just excited to see what's ahead.
Thanks. I love this job. I have never had a job that I love as much as this one, and I've done a lot of chamber work, so I love chamber work. So I'm not putting down the other jobs that I had, but this job is special. It's different. It's exciting, and the board's given me sort of almost, I'm not going to say full free range, but they've kind of given me free range to figure it out and make things happen. So I don't know that you find a job like that very often.
No, it's nice to have that freedom.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's super fun, and I get to meet new people every day.
Yeah, well,
what else is there?
Tell the audience a little about your history, where you came from. I know you came here on the weekends, but give them a little context about where you're from.
I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia, and went away to boarding school in Connecticut. No, I wasn't a bad kid. It was just a thing. Atlanta's a rough town, and it's, a lot rougher now. I was there, 10 years ago? I graduated from high school, maybe 40. I don't know. But it was a rough town back in the day, and it's even worse now. But so I went away to boarding school, went to college in Ohio, and then I moved a lot of different places, ended up back in Cartersville, Georgia, which I always called God's country. And when I came here, I called this almost heaven. So it was like I had the best of both worlds. I had God's country and almost heaven. So I love being here. And I moved here, I guess, in January last year.
I love that.
I don't even remember if that was the question you had.
Welcome to Black Mountain, and welcome to a community that is so close. It's a close-knit community, and we're here helping each other. It's a really nice place. I'm originally from Birmingham, and I've been here 20 years, but I will say I feel so connected to so many different people here. because you get to walk down the street and say, hey, it's kind of like Mayberry,
That's
you
right.
know.
That's right.
And so I want to know, now that you are the director of the chamber, what's first on the list this year?
So I've called it a listening tour. So basically what I do is, this is kind of how we got connected in the first place. I
Right.
send people emails and say, I would like to meet with you. And they usually don't know why. I just want to know people. I've got to learn what your heart is because I can't help you if I don't know what you want.
Yeah.
So I'll meet with you, talk to you, get your history, kind of learn a little bit about you. I'm not taking notes or anything. I'm just learning people. I think everything is built on relationships. And if you don't have a relationship with people, you can just skip it.
I agree.
So I like to meet with people. When I'm finished meeting with people, I say, who else do you think I need to meet? And then whoever that person is, they give me somebody else's name and they go on the list, and I just keep doing that. So I am trying to meet everybody that anybody suggests. When people run out of names, that's when I'll stop knocking on doors. So that's what I'm doing for
chamber members.
Yes, chamber members. I'm also meeting with some who aren't chamber members. My favorite people to talk to are people who don't like the chamber or don't like a chamber. You learn more from those people. People who love it say, yeah, everything's great. People who don't, they'll tell you exactly why. And so I've kind of learned a lot from that, and I've gotten a few chamber members just from talking to them and figuring out what their problems were, and we can fix them, and then they join the chamber. So that works too.
Yeah.
But that's my first job. My second job is to let y'all know what we do. If people don't know what we do, then why would you give us money? Why would you want to be a part of the community, building plan that we have if you don't understand it? So that's kind of what I do.
Oh, you want to tell the audience what the chamber does?
Well, the chamber is, what we do is try and connect each other to each other. So basically, you might need somebody you don't know you need yet because you don't have a relationship with them. You didn't know that they were connected. One of the things we do every week is a business club. And the first thing we do is the first lap around the room, we don't talk about what we do for a living. We have a prompt of some question or something. It may be, who's your favorite Muppet and why? It may be, most people moved here. So why did you move here? And so if somebody is taking care of their parents and somebody else is, they may not have anything to do with each other in business, but they have a connection. Networking. So that's the connection we're trying to build. So I don't find out what people do for a living first. That's always my second choice. My first question I always say to people is, what's your story and where are you from? That's how I start a conversation.
I like that.
So that's number one. What we're trying to do is connect different businesses. It's my, it's not a personal goal. It's a personal theory. I don't know what the right word is, but is keeping the tax dollars here if you possibly can. Sometimes we're going to have to order from Amazon. Sometimes we have to go to another town to buy something, but not always.
True.
And if you don't know that they sell that leaf thing you needed at Town Hardware, then you go to Asheville and go to Home Depot. Well, that was $13 that just got sent to Asheville. So there's nothing wrong with going to Asheville. I'm not putting it down. I'm just saying, why not keep it in our own town? So that's my job, is to figure out who you know, what you do, and why. There might be, you're a realtor. Is there some reason why you're better at this particular type of client and this other realtor is better at this other kind? I need to know that. Otherwise, somebody says, I need a realtor. I'm like, well, here's the 17 names I know. You go call in and, interview them. Well, that's not always so helpful.
Yeah.
So that's my job.
There's lots of great realtors here. There's
Yeah.
lots of great attorneys, and there's enough for everybody.
That's right.
I love how you're networking and not coming from a place of scarcity, but coming from a place of, hey, let's all get to know each other and let's keep our business here. I've been on very much the same soapbox for a while.
I like soapbox.
Yeah.
There it is. My personal soapbox. We're going with that.
Making sure that people know about the farmers market, and we've got a great spring farmers market, and buying the food from the market and getting to know the people, and everything that we need is almost
everything you need is here. And do you really need it if it isn't?
Yeah.
That's really the question. Now, you can want it, and that's okay, but
So true. So, yeah, you've got all the chamber members. And then I have spent some time up there. I guess it was the beginning of the year volunteering. And, wow, so many people come in there
I know.
every day. I was like, Wow. I mean,
We're about to hit the busiest time of the year, too.
I know. I brought my computer. I was like, I'm just going to do some
No,
work.
you weren't. Nope.
And so I was really amazed. So I know you're going to make some changes, but let's talk about how our community can support the chamber. Do you need volunteers? What type of changes are being made at the chamber?
Okay, so volunteers, you said it, but yes, ma'am, that's what I need more than anything else right now. I need volunteers who can greet not only tourists, but we have a lot of people from Black Mountain, from Swannanoa, who come in there asking for help. They may ask for a plumber. And if we have a chamber member who's a plumber, that's who they're going to get. And I'm surprised how many people from Black Mountain come in there for that sort of thing. Now, they don't even call. They just walk in and say, I need a plumber. Where do I get? That shocked me. I was surprised by that. But I do need volunteers for that. I had an idea the other day. I'd throw it at you and see what happens.
Come on.
It actually wasn't my idea. It was somebody. Most of my ideas aren't my ideas. I copy and steal everything when it comes to these sort of things. Why not? Why recreate the
Isn't
wheel?
that what happens these days? That's why we
Yes,
have the internet.
That's right. But somebody suggested that why not, if I could get volunteers from the community that were like retail employees, if they would come and somebody comes in and says, where do I go to do whatever, they can say, well, let me tell you the best store to go to. And they can say that. I can't say what's the best store because that's not legal. I'm not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
But they can. And if you work for, let's say, CW Moose, and somebody comes in and goes, where do I get the best souvenirs from Black Mountain? You have got to go to CW Moose. Now, there's a lot of other places, and I'll tell you about them. But so that was my idea, or somebody's idea the other day that I thought was a really good one. But we need volunteers that sit at the desk and help visitors and tourists, and as well as town people when they come in. But also, I'm starting a new organization, a new group. It's not new. It's new to Black Mountain, is an ambassador program. And the ambassadors are the ones who go to the ribbon cuttings, who go to the business after hours, and they make sure that people feel welcome, and they're sort of the welcoming arm of the chamber. And I can't talk to everybody.
No.
I can't.
Yeah.
But an ambassador can, and they can kind of see who's standing off by themselves and help them and make them feel more welcome and answer questions. And that's usually going to be somebody who loves to help people. And 9 times out of 10, that's going to be some type of a salesperson.
Yeah.
So that's who I'm looking for. Those are the 2 types of volunteers I'm looking for right now.
Okay, so ambassadors to help people in the town, and then volunteers also to come work at the business centers.
They don't sit at the desk. I call it sitting at a desk, but they're up and down the whole time. When somebody comes in, they hop up, they talk to them, they find out. It's so fun. I wish I could sit up there. I can't. I can't do both, but I have to sometimes when a volunteer doesn't show up. But or I don't have one for that slot, which might happen, 3 times a week. So it'd be great if we could find some volunteers for that. But when
I volunteered, I had I felt like I was just a hostess. And
that's right. It's fun.
I would be like, hey, go here. And sometimes I couldn't remember all the chamber members. So I would just be like, okay, this is what I do, and I'll share with you I do.
Well, if somebody comes into the visitor center and they're looking for somebody who's not a chamber member, we're going to help them.
Good.
It's a tourism. We're building the town. We're not just building our chamber members, but chamber member. So that's another thing I'm trying to do is not separate, but divide. That's not a good word either. But the chamber is housed in the visitor center. They're collaborating.
Yeah.
Collaboration over competition is my main line. I use that line all the time, but it's really what I believe.
Yeah, collaborate.
So, yes, chamber members are going to have perks and things that benefit them, because that's why you join the chamber. That's why they pay the money. But also, if you come into the visitor center and somebody's not a member and they're looking for the best something, and that person's not a chamber member, I'm not going to say, sorry, you can't. Sorry, we can't tell you about that business.
You can't talk about that.
We're not talking about that. But But yes.
Well, okay, so let's dive into a little bit of what's on the calendar here. So you said that chamber after hours, is that what it's called?
Business after hours.
Business after hours. And if let me get this correct, is it on Thursdays?
That's really good. You get extra point. Extra point for you. It is the 4th Thursday of every month. 4th Thursday, put it on your calendar. From here to eternity, 4th Thursday is the business after hours from 5 to 7.
So that'd be the end of the month, the last Thursday in the month.
Usually.
Okay.
Sometimes there's 5.
Okay.
But the 4th Thursday of every month. This month, can I talk about it?
Yeah.
I'm super excited about this month's meeting. This month, I am trying to, one of the jobs that I have is to try and build a footpath, rebuild a footpath between Black Mountain and Swannanoa, because it is the Black Mountain Swannanoa Chamber. And for a while, there's been some grass and things growing up along the footpath, and people can't get back and forth. There's just something that's a conflict of some sort, and I don't know what it is. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but trying to build the footpath. And we all know what's happened to Swannanoa happened significantly worse than here, and their recovery is taking significantly longer. So our business after hours for this month is going to be the Rally for the Valley, a Swannanoa celebration. So we're celebrating all the business successes that they've had and their goals, and just the things that they've been able to accomplish. We have to remember they're unincorporated, so they don't have a local government to help them. These people they have the Swannanoa Grassroots Alliance. I love SGA.
Yes.
Love them.
Have you met LC?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And so I love SGA. They're great. They've done things that I don't know that a government could have done for a local government.
Really,
they're great.
They're making progress.
But so I'm trying to celebrate them. That's my goal, is for Black Mountain to celebrate them. So Black Mountain restaurants are donating the food.
Okay.
Black Mountain Massage and Wellness is doing chair massages, complimentary chair massages, which is very cool. I think the Hop's going to come and bring ice cream. And I mean, there's just so many things from Black Mountain. Going there, we're just having a party. And I asked them what they wanted. They said, can we please have something without resource tables? Can we please have something without BEMA showing up? Can we just have something that's just fun? And so that's what we're doing for the business after hours.
Nice.
So
I'm happy to help you with that.
Thank you. Good. You just got signed up.
Hey.
Awesome.
I'm in.
You're in. So that's what we do. Business after hours is generally 5 to 7 for Thursday at a different business. So I'm always looking for businesses. I have I have 1 month available between now and October that's not filled. But don't ask me what they are right now because they're on a calendar. And
that's okay.
That's how my brain works.
Yeah.
But every month we're going to be somewhere, sometimes Swannanoa, sometimes in Black Mountain. So we're just going to kind of rotate between the different places.
Hey, you're doing a good job.
It's fun. I love business after hours.
Yeah, it's a great place to network.
It is. It is. And it's always really good food. I mean.
So, yes, we got a couple more things to talk about. Tell me what we were just talking about in Swannanoa. You're really trying to coordinate businesses in Black Mountain and Swannanoa has definitely been hit hard. So the Chamber has a special promotion for Swannanoa members. Tell us what that is.
So it's for Swannanoa businesses. They don't have to be a member, which is, well, that's okay. It's part of the story, is that we are doing a ribbon cutting for any business in Swannanoa that was messed up by that girl Helene. We'll call her a girl. That's the nice.
It wasn't Jolene.
It wasn't Jolene. It was Helene, and that's not inappropriate. But anyway, anybody who's watched that, we will do a ribbon cutting for them, just as if they were a member. We would love it if they want to become a member, but it doesn't matter. That's not what. We're not just about getting the members and just about that. We're building community, and I think that's a good way for us to do it. It is. It gets them some exposure. Usually, they end up in the newspaper and Valley Echo, and it helps. It helps them. It helps everybody. I love anything that helps all the parts. All the parts get helped. That's a win, if you ask me.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things we're doing for them, and I've enjoyed doing that and getting to know some of those people. So
right now, anything that we can collaborate with Swannanoa and make them feel at home. I know they're, like you said, they're doing a great job with the SGA.
They are.
So, well, all right. Do you want to talk about member benefits for the Chamber?
Well, there are a lot of member benefits, and I prefer to just talk to people one-to-one about what are better benefits for them. There are so many. I mean, you get the ribbon cutting, which is it's actually more publicity than most people think, and so that makes it, But anyway, there are different benefits that benefit different people. Like a ribbon cutting might not be super helpful to an online store. They're like, whatever.
That's true.
But recently, TP Day Trip Adventures had their ribbon cutting. Well, they work out of a van.
Right.
And so theirs was held at the visitor center. They had the biggest ribbon cutting we've had. It was Mac Daddy. I mean, they did a great job. Their family came. People from their church came. Lots of the business community came. And they're doing a really neat thing. And it's a big challenge, not a challenge, a dare. It's like, wow, we're going to jump into this and see how this works. They don't have a model for it. I mean, they've built one, but they didn't build it off of somebody else's model. So I think it's really cool. But the point is that they had their ribbon cutting at the visitor center. So it doesn't matter if you have brick and mortar or not. The ribbon cutting part is great. The membership is invited to come to events. They can put things in our weekly newsletter that goes out every week. Right now, the newsletter is only going to chamber members and people who have mentioned to me, hey, I'd like to be on your newsletter list.
Which was very informative, by the way. I got yours the other day.
Thank you. I work really hard on that, so thank you for reading it. But if somebody has an event coming up and they're a chamber member, it can be in the newsletter. And anybody can get the newsletter. I would love for people to inundate me with, I'd like to be on your newsletter. One of our computers sort of crashed during storm time, and so we lost all of the list of people who used to get our newsletter. So,
oh, goodness.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that were lost during that time. But I think, again, it's just stuff.
Sometimes
it's just stuff.
Clean slate.
That's right. We get to start over with a lot of things. But so the newsletter right now only goes to chamber members, but I want it to where it goes to Mary Noble, but it also goes to everybody in your office. I want your whole team to sign up for the newsletter. I want your customers to sign up for it. I want them to know, your clients to know what's going on in our community and things like that. So we're trying to rebuild that list too.
All right. So, listeners, reach out to the Black Mountain Swannanoa Chamber of Commerce if you'd like to be on their newsletter.
Director at blackmountaintchamber.com.
That's easy enough. And I'll
right.
make sure that I have all your information
That's
on
great.
Our Facebook page at the Mountain Magnolia
I'll even
Radio.
give you my cell phone number. In fact, I'd rather people called me on the cell than call in the office and then have to remember to call them back. Just call me or text me.
Just forward those calls. Forward them to your cell phone.
Just text me. It's just easier. So, yeah.
I know. Well, this has been a lovely talk. So we have talked about volunteers and
Fourth Thursday.
Thank you.
That's okay. Every Wednesday is business club. Fourth Thursday is business after hours.
Okay.
That can be confusing. I understand.
Yes, perfect. And then supporting our community members in Swannanoa, free ribbon cutting. God, this is all really good information.
It's fun. I love this job. I love this job. I could just say that 50 times.
Yeah, and I know you meet so many people every day.
It's so fun.
And able to just hear their stories and figure out what they're doing.
Figure out how we can help them. I mean, a lot of people don't know that we can do things we can do.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
Well, are you ready for one of the final closing questions? Unless you
Sure.
have anything else you would like to share.
Oh, this girl could talk all day, but I won't.
Okay.
I'll
Okay. Well, our closing question, we ask our guests to share one thing with the audience that has changed their life for the better.
Where does one start? I moved here a year ago, and quite frankly, it took me a year to really love it here. It really did. I think you're supposed to say, moving to Black Mountain changed my life. It did. I'm going to be super petty. Best thing was the Ted Lasso series on television. I'm sorry, but it changed my world. There's so many times that Ted Lasso's about to just give up and something amazing happens, and he's always got some sort of inspiration. So I think I have to say Ted Lasso changed my life in the last 5 years. I don't know.
I know you've said a great quote. You want to say that? Earlier you said it.
Part of it. I can't quote all of it because it takes place in England, so you can imagine what word is on about every fifth word. But the end of it is, don't you dare settle for fine.
Yes,
that's right.
That is wonderful. And don't.
Nope, I'm not going to.
We are all
all
deserving. We really are, and everyone has so much to share. Every single one of us.
If you settle for fine, you're wasting your time. I mean, that's supposed to not rhyme. That wasn't supposed to rhyme. That just happened.
That.
But if you're not,
I'm gonna write that quote down.
Maybe send it into Ted. Maybe he'll use it in the next series.
All right. Well, I'm gonna make sure to post all your information on our Facebook page. I'm just reminding everybody the show airs on Wednesday at 7 p.m. and Saturday at 10 a.m. And we are on all the platforms, Apple, Spotify, and anyone that you can find. So
Okay.
just search the Mountain Magnolia Radio Show. And thank you, Bigfoot, for allowing the Mountain Magnolia Radio Show to air. And that's 96.1 and 103.9. And a big thanks to Cameron. Y'all, Cameron is the DJ, and he just does all these moving parts. And Sal, thank you for putting all the dots together. I know it takes a team. So, guys, enjoy your week this week. And until next time, this is Mary Noble at the Mountain Magnolia Show. Talk to you soon, Cheryl.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us for Mountain Magnolias with your hosts, Mary Noble Braden and Leanne Lewis. Join us next time for more interesting stories from the Swannanoa's most interesting people as we give you something to talk about.
Let's give 'em something to talk
Mountain Magnolias is a production of Noble & Company Realty in Black Mountain. For more information, please call them at 828-357-5243. 828-357-5243.
The preceding has been a production of Signal Hill Studios. For more information, please call 704-872-0550